Oh, what is up, Raptor Squad? My name is Raptor Ranger. Woo! What is up, Raptor Squad? My name is Raptor Ranger, aka Zach, and today we are going to be talking about the whole entire complete timeline of the Unknown Gamer Mr. Hacker saga. So, you may be thinking to yourself, why the heck would I ever watch The Unknown Gamer? Well, you may be a fan and be like, okay, you got a sort of imagination, it's blah, 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 blah. But really, why? Why in the world will you go out of your way and just watch The Unknown Gamer? Maybe you're bored at home and just like want to watch my videos and stuff like that. Or maybe, just maybe, you want to know the timeline. And maybe you've been waiting for a certain YouTuber that doesn't want to do it himself, but is forced to do it anyways, to cover the flippin' timeline for you. Yeah, that's right. You've been waiting for me to do this, haven't you? Well, since you've been waiting for me to do this, why not we get started into the complete timeline. So, ladies and gentlemen, grab your paper, grab your pen, grab your pencils. Let's get started! Alright. So, let's start from the very beginning. Long ago, in the forgotten realm of Kyram City, there was a young boy and his brother Ethan. They lived in a watchful realm of Kyram, known of villains and enemies and lots of foes. Well, one day, the boys decided to wander off from home. And one day, Ethan decided to go on his own journey. He turned into Mr. Hacker and got bumped by a bunch of people and got bullied for it. He decided to demand revenge, and he went on a rampage. This is where Mr. Hacker versus Raptor Ranger started. So, take notes, Mr. Hacker versus Raptor Ranger, actually the very first series, Season 1. The very first series. Then after that, Zach wondered if he was naughty or nice. Next series, naughty or nice. But he didn't know any streamers, or even who was the Unknown Gamer. So, he decided to go into this Unknown Gamer's house and instead get trapped by a bunch of things that were caused by a dark machine. This would eventually lead to a secret. The secret of Mr. Hacker. No matter what, this felt like a cult of hackers. Yup. Put it all together. Yep. But this sparked joy. This sparked the sparks of heroes and hackers. Yup. So then that connects. So when you think about it, how does any of this make any sense? How does any of this make a single flippin' sense? Well, let me just tell you. The only way for something like this to make sense for the Unknown Gamer is if we go back to where the series all started. The series all started with when Unknown Gamer was first introduced. A lot of people thought the Unknown Gamer was going to be some random boring story that involved a 10-year-old boy just going around his day helping people. But that's not really what it was. And to this day, we still don't know who the Unknown Gamer is. But we will eventually. The Unknown Gamer was a very long series that I created that inspired my imagination on fantasy. I read a lot of D&D books back then, and inspired a lot of ideas. But best of all, the Unknown Gamer is actually inspired by two pop culture things. It is inspired by Ready Player One and Star Wars. Yeah. So yeah, that's basically the other things. But here's the big question. What the hell inspired me to make The Unknown Gamer? What inspired to freaking do any of this? Well, it actually started when I was very young. I actually got hacked. I got a virus and on my phone. I didn't know what to do. I was freaking out until my dad finally solved it for me. Thank God. But the way how I was hacked and freaking out kind of gave me an idea. So after the week of I got virus, we head back home because we stayed that night, that 1 week, and I was in the apartment, my room in the apartment, just like virus, hacked, people scared of viruses. What could I do with that? And then out of nowhere, I decided to create a robot that exactly hacks you, named Mr. Hacker. Mr. Hacker was an all-time villain, and believe it or not, he's actually one of many people's favorite villains. And lots of people actually requested to make me to actually make merchandise and actually show what he actually truly looks like. And I'm not sure you guys what Mr. Hacker looks like, but possibly in a future live stream I actually might show you guys. But yeah. But there's one question that left a bunch of fans flipping confused. Do the series, are all these series tied together? Now, when it comes to me writing these series, you may be thinking that oh, Zach knows what he's doing. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just going off of what I imagined. But that's beside the point. The point is, what really made... My God, I can't even think today. I'm sorry, I'm just so tired. I'm sorry. I can't even think today. I was gonna say it, but then I thought, oh, does the timeline come together? So, the timeline actually does come together, but how? Well, there's one way that people have been theorizing about how the timelines come together. And that, my friends, actually is inspired by something in real life. You probably heard of this before. A canon event. A event or thing that alters different realities, and no matter what from this event, you can't escape from it, and it alters your future, and just, yeah. Why does this dude keep on leaving? Who is this dude? Is this live stream not... Are you not entertained? Oh, well. Well, but one thing for sure, I actually like writing The Unknown Gamer. But I have a feeling that The Unknown Gamer will slowly die down soon. But in the end, we can make it as long as we last. Thanks so much for watching Raptor Squad. My name is Ranger, aka Zach. Make sure to like, share, and comment, subscribe, and hit the bell to be notified when I post. My name is Ranger, aka Zach. Remember to stay sharp and peace. We'll see you guys next time. Imagine that guy actually appears on the end. He'll be like, "Oh my god, he finally ended the live stream. Oh my god, yay." I'm gonna wait. I'm actually gonna wait. I ended the stream, dude. What do I take off this and that? I ended it, dude. Okay, don't even show up. Don't even show up. Don't even show up. Don't even try. You don't want to. Okay. Peace. Bye-bye.